Brought to you by Sprite. It's the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, about to begin. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And looking at the Cavaliers, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Hey, let's talk about the Matrix, Shaq. Sean Marion.
In his prime, Ernie, he was good for 22 and 12, scoring with ease. One of the most unorthodox shooting strokes in the history of the league, but solid from outside. And Ernie, even though he's older, he continues to be a valuable player.
Right, you.
Let's meet your Oklahoma City Thunder starting lineup. At center, 6'10" from Clinton James High School in Beaumont, Texas. Number 5, Kendrick Perkins. Starting at point guard, at 6'3" number 15, Reggie Jackson. And forward, 6'10" from the Congo, number 9, Serge Ibaka. And at guard, 6'3" from UCLA, number 0, Russell Westbrook. And forward, 6'9" from Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant.
We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. Welcome to the NBA. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg for 2K Sports for this Friday afternoon broadcast.
This is Kevin Durant. Welcome to 2KU. In NBA 2K15, mastering the timing of your player's signature shots is more important than ever before. Now you, as the gamer, have complete control over how effective your shooters are from the field. On your shooter's feet, you'll see the new shot meter.
And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Varejao in at the center position. Russell Westbrook still among the league leaders in shots at the rim, but Steve, he's expanding his offensive arsenal.
Well, he's improved as a three-point shooter. You know, he's got a great pull-up jumper from mid-range already, especially from that foul line area. So Westbrook really is a threat from all over the court.
And that one's good. Durant.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Here's Waiters. He trains the quick shot. Cleveland on defense. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, I was able to talk with David Blatt for a minute. He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X factor for them. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. The Cavaliers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Good.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Here is Durant. He's got 5. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And it's good.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
Irving against Westbrook. And again, it's Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 6 points.
I'll plan on starting this game out like that, giving such easy access to the rim.
Now here's Durant. He's got 8. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And as hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan should be simple. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Irving drives in. Varejao dishes to Love. James wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the inside. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Love at the elbow. Kendrick Perkins pulls it in.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
And blocked. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. LeBron leading the charge.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
He didn't make a lot of noise heading into last season's All-Star game, but boy, did Kyrie Irving put on a show when he got there. It was a playground type of game, and he dazzled everybody with his skill.
And upon winning the All-Star MVP last year, Irving said the most important thing was bringing the trophy to Cleveland.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the fans in the Forest City, and being a native Clevelander myself, I know how much the fans appreciate being acknowledged by one of their favorite players. After all the speculation and turmoil last season, that was a nice bright spot, even if it was soon overshadowed by the return of the king.
Now Irving following Durant's three-point attempt, and James throws it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And he does it as well as anyone. Tremendous skill in the air.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
A nice shot by Irving. Clark and Steve, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
Yeah, how about that last lead change, guys? That's number 7 for the game.
And that one's good. Durant.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Cavaliers trailing. It's LeBron with the drive. Waiters gets a wide-open look. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time. Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off. Perfect.
Timeout to the 24th pick by the Thunder back in 2008. From the start, Steve, his incredible work ethic has shown through.
No doubt, Kevin. He's become one of the best two-way players in the NBA. Excellent defender, can guard 4s and 5s. A terrific weak-side shot blocker. And that jump shot, that 17-footer, has given Oklahoma City the spacing that that offense needs.
Now here's Waiters. Inside, James kicks to Love. Cleveland moving it around. Shoots. And the rebound goes to Perkins. Perkins got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And for Ibaka, his offseason trainer also worked with Kevin Garnett. And he said that's who Ibaka reminds him of with his intensity and attention to detail in drills. And that's something that's overlooked. Being a perfectionist while you're practicing allows you to perform at a high level. He's the type that wants to do it again and again until he gets it right.
What a quarter for him at the offensive end. He's ignored the scoreboard and continued to go out there and do his thing.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Now here's Waiters. Varejao passes to Waiters. And Love throws it down.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Oklahoma City's gone 4-6 from long range here early on.
Then, you think about Ibaka's development. Part of his adjustment to the NBA initially was just learning the language. When he first was drafted, he barely spoke a lick of English, and now it's become his 5th language.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Russell Westbrook. LeBron with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Launches a 3. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, from the look on his face, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it sure looks that way. He's going to come out of the game right now and get that thing checked out.
A different look now for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Marion comes in for Kevin Love. And Miller's subbed in for LeBron. And so here's Cleveland, trailing by 4. Stolen by Westbrook. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got the ball.
Look looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him.
He sure did. And how about the touch on the finish, too? That was really nicely done.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Now here's Durant. 17 points in the game. The long distance three is buried. Durant's got 20.
They've been outstanding here in the first quarter. Great spacing, excellent passing, and the three-point shooting has been unbelievable.
Irving kicks to Waiters. Trying to get open is Thompson. The shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. From deep. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
He's just been the man since the start of this quarter. And just a tremendous period of basketball for him.
And it's time for an injury report. Now an update on LeBron from Doris Burke. What'd you find out, Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Cavaliers' head athletic trainer. Unfortunately, guys, he said it doesn't look good. That's the end of his night for sure, and the timetable for his return to action could be a long one, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. I don't know, though. I mean, one way or another, it seems to me as though it's going to be a long time before we see him back in uniform.
Yeah, such a shame, because you always hate to hear of any player getting injured, and this one, this does not sound good.
Now, here is Irving. 14 points for him, and he gets it to go. Marion's got his second bucket.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Here's Durant from beyond the arc and then some. And the Thunder lead by 9.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
From deep three-point range. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye three as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve, and he timed it perfectly.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, I tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Marion is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Miller, then it's Thompson, and it's Dellavedova in at the point.
You know, Kevin Love is not just a great rebounder. He's one of the most complete offensive players in the league. He scores down low. He can make threes. There's not much he doesn't do offensively.
Here's Jackson. Love grabs the board. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. It's stolen by Lamb. And Lamb with a clear path to the hoop. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, thank you, Kevin. As you know, Russell Westbrook, one of the most competitive guys you'll meet. He looks as though he is angry on the court, and quite often he is. As Kevin Durant has said, anger could be good and bad, but it's on the good side for us. He doesn't like anybody he is playing against. He does a great job every single game of playing with fire and with force. Guys?
He's something else, Doris. Thanks. Another shot, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Dellavedova dishes to Marion. It's taken away by Collison. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City.
That's their 3rd straight makeoff and assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Jackson. Takes the 13-footer, and that one hits back iron.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release. And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
The push for the playoff last season, in a way, going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team's effort level.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Perkins is checked in for Collison. Durant comes in for Perry Jones. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Cleveland. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He urged his guys to get after it on the offensive glass, to follow every single shot, extend possessions, and cash in on some second-chance points. There was one other thing he talked to them about. He told them to move with purpose on the perimeter, use screens, and find those open outside shots. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
And thank you, Doris. Well, the Cavs did make some big changes from last season, and they shouldn't have a problem staying motivated, putting in the effort this year.
Well, you know, Kevin, last year they were a very young group and didn't have the vet presence they might have needed. With LeBron coming in, they've got brilliance in every category, leadership and play. He's got the clout of his championship rings. The whole mindset of the team is about to go to a very different and high level.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. The Thunder making the shot. Jackson against Miller. Stolen by Jackson. That's tipped. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Dellavedova. He kicks it to Love. Now Marion. Feeds to Dellavedova. Tries again. He lays it in. And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 14-5 run. Van showing some terrific range. Ibaka's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. And that'll be his third foul so far. Irving's checked in for Mike Miller. Irving kicks to Dellavedova. Dishes it to Varejao. And Durant sends it back. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Anderson Varejao, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skin.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Adams checked in. And Westbrook, here we go. That's good. Westbrook's got 11 points.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
The Cavaliers trail by 20.
And Varejao coming in to the league primarily as a defensive energy guy, but he's expanded his offensive skill set and has made great improvement as a passer. From his rookie season to now, he's more than doubled his rate of assists.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage. Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And Varejao, a good decision maker, Steve, for a center. A 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio last year.
And he had a terrific season as a two-point jump shooter. You know, able to spread the defense out a little bit and operate from the high post.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Cleveland also making a change. Waiters is checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
24 seconds on the shot clock. 24.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. Irving attacking. Marion passes to Varejao, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner, going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Here's Irving following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Stolen by Westbrook. Poked loose. Here's Adams. Count the bucket.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, you know, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
Here's Irving. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Waiters with the ball. Shot clock at 6. That's good from 17 feet away. Waiters got 6.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Westbrook against Irving. Westbrook with the bucket.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Irving drives in. Varejao dishes to Irving. Ball's knocked loose. Durant for 3, and the basket good. Durant's got 38 points.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
Irving up top. He's covered by Westbrook. A nice shot by Irving.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. As some people would say. What about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever, but Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. I mean, he plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism. And
Rose, because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah.
Pre-injured Rose was
right in that same category.
You got it.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
Stolen by Westbrook. From deep. And that's not going to go. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Oklahoma City out in front as they end the second quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident are you that regardless of what defender you see in front of you, you can get what you want?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
Russell, thank you so much. Kevin, hard work pays off.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Durant outside of the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Reggie Jackson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Perkins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Love, no luck. Love's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. Here's Durant. Stolen by Waiters. On the wing, Miller. Defended by Durant. And there's Miller. Good that time on the assist by Love. Miller's got the first basket of the 3rd quarter for the Cavs. Outside Durant. It's good from long range.
Yeah, he's performing at such a high level. That's why they're in the lead right now.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
When you face the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the things defensively that you have to prioritize is keeping them out of transition. This team is long and athletic, and if they get out in the open court, you're in big trouble.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's his 5th foul.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot.
That pass never had a chance there. His timing was perfect in going after that steal.
Here's Durant. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. And the Thunder in the half court, more of a jump shooting team.
And sometimes that can be a backhanded compliment. I mean, you look at their roster, Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, even Reggie Jackson, you know, all pretty good from mid-range. So they spread you out, and then, of course, Durant's jump shot is pretty much unguardable. You know, Kevin Durant has really worked hard on his ball handling and passing, and it's a response to facing constant traps and double teams in the playoffs. In those situations, being able to escape pressure and find the open man, that is crucial to his success.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, guys, the Cavs' David Blatt, the first ever NBA head coach directly hired from the international ranks. Though he grew up near Boston, a die-hard Celtics fan, he represents all the aspiring NBA coaches from abroad, saying, quote, I feel a great sense of responsibility. I feel like I've got to do a good job. Kevin, he's certainly got the personnel to do it.
A roster loaded with talent, Doris. Indeed. Thank you. Here's Waiters. The Thunder making the shot. That's good. Waiters got 8.
And Durant actually played point guard in high school his freshman year. But a 5-inch growth spurt his sophomore year took him from 6'3" to 6'8" and moved him from guard to forward.
Now Irving. After Westbrook's missed 3, tipped away. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Releases. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Again, Oklahoma City. And when Durant played in Seattle, he played shooting guard. Steve in Oklahoma City, they put him at small forward.
Well, it's a more natural position for him. And, you know, he's worked hard to kind of lower his shoulders when he's dribbling in traffic, trying to find angles that he couldn't get to before. And he's cut down his turnovers. But when he gets to his spot, you know, kind of at the elbows or in the paint, he rises up and he just shoots over the top of everybody.
And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Durant's got 49 points in the game.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Irving kicks to Miller. Back to Irving. Offensive rebound. Here's Oklahoma City. They've got a 13-2 run going. Here's Perkins. Again, the Thunder score.
Boy, the fast break has really been good to him here, and they're clicking in transition.
Yeah, that's 3 of their last 5 scores coming in fast break situations, guys, so they've made the most of their opportunities. And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Here's Westbrook. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
It's pretty simple, guys. It's not complicated. The solution to ending this run will be to get back and actually be serious about playing some defense here.
Yeah, mentally, they look defeated. I mean, every single hoop is coming in transition, and I don't know if they're going to compete here tonight.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition.
I'll drop your jaw.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Miller with a wide open look. Misses the 3.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
The shot's good from
ball. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Yeah, 100 points. I mean, one of those records that stood a long time, and perhaps no player has so single-handedly dominated the game the way Wilt did.
Here's Durant. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
I don't mind that shot, though. He's an excellent three-point shooter. He's just showing a lot of confidence there.
I'm right with you there, Steve. I mean, let it flow when you're feeling it.
Westbrook passes to Durant. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Then for the Cavaliers, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Varejao. Marion comes in for Mike Miller. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Dellavedova kicks to Waiters. Looking to get it going, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. 10 points for Dion Waiters.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Well, there is a reason they call it Loud City. Oklahoma City, voted by NBA GMs as having the best home court advantage in the NBA. The fans are on top of you and engaged from start to finish.
And the dunk by Love.
He used his strength there to get into the post without much of a fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think they've got to muscle up on him a little more. Do a better job next time in there.
Here's Dellavedova. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That is his first foul of the game. Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
In for the Cavaliers, Brendan Haywood.
1:14 left here in the third quarter. Marion kicks to Thompson. So another turnover for Oklahoma City. Knocked loose. Marion with the steal. Thompson dishes to Haywood, and it's blocked by Adams. Collison the pass to Morrow. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow! Morrow's got 5 points so far. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
I understand that they're trying to be aggressive, but still, I mean, you can play fast but still play efficiently, but they're not doing that right now.
Oklahoma City's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Jones. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got his third rebound tonight. And Waiters kicks to Dellavedova. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Marion, no good. The Thunder shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Good.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
And here is Waiters. He's got 10. Stolen away. And another fast break for Oklahoma City. Five seconds left in the third quarter. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Oklahoma City out in front, running away with this one. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And the Thunder with the possession here. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Cleveland, we got James Jones. Lucas is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then it's Malcolm Thomas. And it's Haywood in at the 5, roaming the paint. No good from Lucas.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 7 points for Perry Jones. Cavaliers shooting 43% for the game. There's the foul. It's on Jeremy Lamb. That's foul number 2 for him. Jackson, he's checked in for Steven Adams.
Now into the lineup for your Thunder.
Thomas with the ball. Jones covering. Thomas kicks to Lucas. Outside, Jones. Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Jackson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Jackson. Here's Haywood. And the layup's good off the glass.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist by Collison. And that's now 8 points for Lamb.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
They get it again. Thomas, the third shot of the possession, finally falls for him.
And things are going to come way too easy for him if he can get that deep post position.
I agree with you, Steve. You got to deny him the ball down there as best you can.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Rashid the Beat, he's checked in for the Thunder.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Here's Lucas, and again it's Cleveland. And here's Jackson.
Well, you know, this last draft class was one that had been hyped up for such a long time with the big names, primarily Wiggins, Parker, and Embiid, all being viewed as potential franchise players. I'm not quite sure of that, but they certainly are tremendous talents. A lot of teams knew that, and it became a bit of the race to the bottom for some franchises.
The Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Morrow leads. The charge and the dunk by Jackson.
Quick hands on the steal, quick feet on the break.
Costly mistake to fork that ball over and then not get back on D.
Well, Steve, you were a general manager in the NBA and NBA coach now, but you know that the teams that know they're not going to make the playoffs will play younger players as opposed to perhaps some veterans, giving those younger players time to develop. Maybe not necessarily securing wins, but certainly securing experience for those kind of players.
Well, securing experience and then also securing a high draft pick. And obviously, you know, you have to get lucky and hit on a star player at some point. But I think it's the preferable method for teams to go that route these days rather than to just hang around the middle of the league in mediocrity.
Thunder have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. The long distance three is big. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now he's just showing off with range like that. That's what I call profiling. Incredible.
He's profiling all right, Clark. I mean, he's got unlimited range, and you can tell he is feeling it.
Haywood with a screen on Jackson. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his third foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Thomas against Jones. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
It's his fourth foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
Now here's Lucas. It's the beat with the rebound.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Poked away. It's stolen by Lamb. And here we go with Morrow running it up the court. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Jackson, that's good.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
Well, and the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
And that one's good. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Not really his range, and it's off target.
He's just trying to get something going, but that's not his shot. That's too far out.
Yeah, no way is that going to endear him to anybody on the coaching staff. He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
And Lamb slams it home.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Passes it to Dellavedova. There's the feed to Jones. There's the dish to Haywood. And he banks in the layup.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Oklahoma City's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Jackson knocks down the 3-ball.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Adams checked in, and then for Cleveland, Marion comes in for James Jones, and Miller's subbed in for Lucas. Cavaliers have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Knocks it loose. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
13 seconds on the shot clock. 13.
Jones against Thomas. Haywood with a screen on Jones. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Jones. The pull-up. Cavaliers with the rebound. Marion left side. Outside Thomas. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. On the basket by Jones. Jones has got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
The wide open look here for Marion. Haywood. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Lamb. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 5 assists in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark's fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
You look at the stats, and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Durant. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
Well, the Cavaliers largely underachieved last season. A big part of that was constantly dealing with distractions the entire season, it seemed.
Yeah, it certainly appeared that way. It was always something with players fighting in-house or items getting leaked to the media and causing things to get stirred up. It's very hard when those distractions are circulating for you to be effective.
That free throw, good from Dellavedova. And with Cleveland, it was just a train of events that led to the bad environment between players getting into it with each other and saying they wanted out of Cleveland. Some players saying it was about their brand and nothing else. They did everything they could do to get things in order this summer and did a pretty good job at it.
On better footing now, for sure.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And for the Cavs, they needed to have a big change in culture, and they seemingly did that with bringing LeBron back into the fold and hiring Black. You can expect them to be solely focused on winning games this season.
58 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Got a piece of it. Outside Collison. Jones from outside. And he gets it to go.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Marion, a screen on Jackson. Dellavedova dishes to Marion. It's hauled in by Collison. The Thunder shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Now Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Jones.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Dellavedova kicks to Marion. They can't stop the run with that one. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke.